Welcome to Transmission on World Crypto Network. Today we're here with BTC Art Gallery. Hi, how's it going?
Hi, Theo. How's it going?
Well, so lately there has been a lot of discussion about Bitcoin Core, Bitcoin XT, the block size limit discussion about increasing and how to increase or not to increase, different proposals. And a lot of this discussion, as we all know, takes place over at Reddit. Now, there has also been a lot of discussion about censorship over at Reddit. What can you tell us about the censorship that's been going on over at Reddit?
Okay, yeah. I would love to preface this with that I am not by any means an expert on the Bitcoin core code or the Bitcoin XT code. And so I will not be discussing the technical merits, because that'll be important here. People might get confused and think that we are discussing the technical merits in either. And that is not at all what I'm interested in discussing. I think both branches of code have legitimate uses and legitimate concerns, and I think they're both good. I don't have an opinion on that. However, I do have an opinion on the censorship. So yeah, let's talk about that. So our Bitcoin, the Reddit Bitcoin thread, on August 16th was unmoderated for about 24 hours. And what happened was one of the moderators called Star Mage. I'm sharing a screen capture here I made. Unmoderated. So the head moderator, Demos, was apparently AFK. He was off on vacation or something. And XT had just been launched that day, and Reddit had just filled up with discussions about XT and whether Bitcoin was forking. Why is Bitcoin forking? Was an article on Medium, which climbed up on Reddit here. And I took a screen capture here. This is our Bitcoin on that day. And what happened was they essentially, according to StarMage, fucked the front page. And so he just turned off moderation that night. All moderation on the site. So all the posts that were deleted or banned were suddenly available to be seen on our Bitcoin. And this is what happened. This is the actual page from that day, unmoderated. And so the first discussion was the one that, of course, got the most contentious, which was that they attempted to vote out the mods. And of course, you can't do that on Reddit, and that is also against Reddit rules. However, why they were attempting to vote out the mods was because they were censoring the XT discussion. So they were automatically banning or blocking all discussion about the fork, all discussion about Bitcoin XT, good or bad. They were just blocking it all. And when they unmoderated it, all the users got to suddenly see what they couldn't see. And about 24 hours later, Demos gets back, and he remoderates it, and all this vanishes. And it's a very short period, but it really shows the conflict, because in this moment, about, I don't know, 5 or 6 pieces of art were generated. I can show you. I can show you a couple here. Let's go with the famous one. Hold on, let me find it.
Okay, so you found these during this unmoderated time.
Yes. And this is the highest voted one. So this got voted up quite a bit. This got 16,000, 17,000 votes. Where did it go? Now I lost it. There it is. And this is a Game of Thrones Tyrion Lannister quote. It is very apt to the moment. It's very apt to the moment, but it was censored. And that's what is initially going to be the discussion, I guess, we're going to have, is about art and censorship on Reddit, and what that means in Bitcoin. Because regardless of how you feel about Bitcoin XT or Bitcoin Core or the forking, you have to acknowledge that our Bitcoin is being censored, and what it is censoring is beyond that fine line of what is useful and constructive to censor for discussion about altcoins. Because what I can show you here is that there are several pieces here which are political satire, and anytime you start seeing people censor satire, that's a bad sign, I think.
Okay, so after the mods came on air, so to say, were the pieces of art also censored that came up that had to do with XT, or just
all of them? All of them were censored, and several of them which were just about the issue and weren't so much about XT directly.
Right, not about the technical discussion or pro or con, just about the whole situation.
Right, as in they wanted to suppress the entire thing from view, from us, the Bitcoiners who use our Bitcoin.
So what is the current state? Is all discussion about XT basically banned from our Bitcoin, and you can only discuss it in the r/Bitcoin XT?
Yes. Yeah, it was. I believe it's still not only all censored, but you will be banned. You'll be banned from mentioning it.
Okay,
which I think is that's pretty
strong.
That's pretty strong, actually, to ban a person because they like this picture right here. You know, you want.
So this one was banned too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go to the next one that came out of that unmoderated time. And I really like this one.
Unmoderated
That's
time.
nice.
Wait, let me find one of the other. Well, let me go with the.
You want to go to that technical one?
No, these ones, because these are the satire.
Oh, this is great. Okay. Oh man. Okay, great. Uh-huh.
And this the person who made this was banned from our Bitcoin for making this. And so
yeah, that is, I mean, that's satire. I agree. I don't see, it seems like Reddit is full of memes of all kinds and all different topics. So I don't know why you have to.
This is better than a meme. This is a nice little drawing here. I mean,
yeah, yeah, sure.
It's clever, actually.
Okay, that was Blockstream's lunch. Oh, okay. And fighting censorship. People complain about the trolls and scams on my forum, but I let it slide because freedom of speech is important. Plus, the ad revenue is a nice bonus. Okay, keep going down. Our Bitcoin. Bitcoin is forked, up 353. Off topic. Okay, yeah, that's yeah, I guess that's a good explanation of what you described, basically. All right, this is a whole series.
Yeah.
Nice. Blockstream Consensitron. Okay.
With some deal sweetener here.
Okay. Oh man. And they're calling the BIP 101 altcoiners. Okay, that was done by a few people saying the XT is an altcoin. That's true. Okay, let's see another.
Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an open source, robust, and anti-fragile digital currency. Bitcoin XT will destroy everything.
Okay, yeah. There we've got the binary, argument going on.
Yeah, yeah, and he's sweating it.
Yeah, and that's also a little bit, I think that has a little bit of the sky is falling element too, because you've got red buttons there. You have to press one of the, instead of having one red button for the emergency, You have to decide which red button. And yeah, he's sweating it definitely. Now,
I mean,
mhm.
this is funny because it's suddenly, you know, it's a false choice. You as a user do not need to pick, right? But because of the censorship, because of the way that they moderated it, it became such a powerful topic that everyone had to choose a side, right? You have to choose a side, right?
So you think that the censorship polarized the situation even more?
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can see that just from the comments we still are getting, is that, you know, people who became friends because they're Bitcoiners are now finding themselves arguing these 2 points to the point where they're no longer friends, right? Because they can't agree, right?
Civil war of Bitcoin,
That's
brother
what the
against brother, sister
yeah
against sister. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's show us another.
Here we go. Here is the first Bitcoin XT node run by its creator Gavin Andresen on a Bitcoin nodes hardware node, a physical device which just runs a node, right? You can buy these for like $150.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it has no problem running Bitcoin XT. So this is just more of a historical note of the first picture I could find running it. Here's the first person on our Bitcoin who attempted to run an XT node.
Is he running it on an Xbox or what is that?
Right, I
Is
know.
that an NES or what is
Yeah,
that?
yeah, no, he's running on a Super Nintendo.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's running from Linux. We were asked to vote, so I voted by Crypto Revolution. See, this is once again that false dichotomy of creating the situation where people believe that they must vote, they have to choose a side, right? And so this is the very first one. This one was censored too. This was censored. Let's see. Here's the actual Bitcoin XT logo.
Is that the official logo? Or?
Yeah, I'm the one who I found it, and I indexed it on Google here so people could find it in case they want to make software or whatever.
Okay.
That actually uses the symbol. You know, I think this, even if XT actually did take off, it would just become the main thing of Bitcoin, and this XT here would disappear. But there is some time, a year or two, where, you know, maybe someone might get some use out of this symbol. Here we go. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
That is pretty straightforward.
Yep. Well, what do you think of that?
I like that one. That's nice. Double-headed honey badger.
Yep. That's a proper fork.
That's a proper fork. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Okay.
XT, deal with it.
Yep. From the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto from Twitter posted this one. Here. Yep.
That's a nice
Philippe
one.
made this one. I think this is probably one of the funniest ones I've seen so far right here.
Yeah, I think that, you know, both sides feel like that fork pretty much.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so here's one.
No, this is really funny. I think this is more of what's going on. You know, like the picture of the mod there, and he doesn't have the Reddit. I don't know what you call that, a Reddit person.
Alien. Reddit alien.
So sorry, the Reddit alien doesn't have fingers, so it can't. If it had a pointy finger, then it would be, you know, waving its pointy finger around.
Yeah.
You know, telling people to chill out.
Yeah.
Hey, moderators, deal with decentralization. Yeah,
right.
it is pretty interesting, you know, what bit of artwork came out during that uncensored time.
Yeah, and the days following it, because there was not everyone checks Reddit every day. So some people who missed it had to catch up later, but a lot of people who missed it and caught up later found, for what I've read, is found the whole thing, the divisiveness between the developers really disturbing. deplorable and disgusting, I believe. That's what he said. BBC World Ticker News. Bitcoin could split, says developers.
Oh, yes. This is part of the media offensive from the XT supporters, let's say. You know, they did a really big media offensive, contacting all major media, etc.
I wonder what a ticker, just a ticker line on BBC World News does, you know, to the people who read that. I wonder how many Bitcoiners read that and then lost hope, right? Because of the sounding of it, right? I didn't, because I don't
think Bitcoiners would lose hope or anything. I mean, they would probably be laughing at how it's worded, you know.
Hopefully, yeah. Hope you're right.
I think your general member of public would be confused or say, "Oh, it's Bitcoin. It's doing something strange again," you know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it would probably just alienate the casual public more. And
sure, I guess that this is how a lot of people think about the block size debate, that, you know, it's complicated or it's a long story.
This is probably true, actually. I mean, if you look at all of the threads and all the comments and all of the, wow, I mean, there's been just so much talk about it. I almost find this like not funny, but it is funny.
That's, yeah, well, that's, you know, this Bitcoin is an experiment. It's never been done before. So this is part of it.
Exactly. I'm glad we don't have books like that anymore.
That's a crazy book, yeah. Okay, so tell us about this this picture. Which one was the first one that was posted, and
this top one?
Okay.
The top one is the first one posted by Luke Jr., who's one of the Bitcoin developers. And what he wanted to show was his impression of how Bitcoin XT was an altcoin. And so he made this chart to illustrate the point. And what he did, his illustration of the point, was to mark this piece here, right here, where the forking occurs. And he says altcoin Bitcoin XT, and above it it reads altcoins break from the consensus protocol without agreement from the economic consensus. Okay, that's that's an interesting definition. I don't know if I agree with this definition, but
well, I don't think altcoins care about the economic consensus. Yeah. There are several other good technical explanations of the difference between or how altcoin fork looks, and also the difference between a software fork and a blockchain fork are, you know, noticeably different. And there are a few graphics going around. Unfortunately, I don't have them handy.
I'd love you to share them with me so I could add more of them that would help people understand.
This reminds me of that. Now I have to look on Twitter at the one that was comparing a blockchain fork to software fork, because some people said, yeah, well, software forks happen all the time, no big deal, but it's not the same at all. It's actually much more complicated and a lot more things to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, and at the bottom, what did they say?
Down here, it's exactly the same, except that the editor from Reddit, a random person from Reddit, his name was Noostradam, edited this, and all he did was he flipped the colors and he flipped the definition of altcoin, and he says that why not this, and why would Bitcoin Core not become the altcoin if Bitcoin XT is the one who becomes the one who has economic consensus, right? Since that is his defining characteristic of an altcoin, is whether or not it has economic consensus, right?
Right. Well, what about the ones at the bottom? And you've got okay, well, they're using Litecoin Coinbase fork and not Bitcoin Coinbase. So that's the main difference at the bottom here. We got Feathercoin, one of the first altcoins besides Litecoin to really take off.
Right.
Dogecoin, we got two there, I see. Okay. All right. Well, let's continue.
Okay. This was illustrated for the MIT Technology Review magazine by Tom Un.
Interesting.
So it's Bitcoin Core and Bitcoin XT being pulled sideways from each other. That's the split. Is right down the middle there. I like it. I actually like this one a lot.
Well, the artwork, it's clever how it's made.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the spray paint effect on the back. I don't know how he did that, but it looks kind of like a stencil.
Yeah,
like a spray paint stencil in the background a little.
Yeah, it's really creative though. It's hard to work with this subject, right?
Well, I guess there's only so many things you can do to a round coin, but you know,
I'm going to make sure we catalog all of them.
Splitting them in half is one.
Yeah. This is the most recent for The Economist by Satoshi Kambayashi. Yeah. So here's the Bitcoins rolling away from each other. A blue guy, a red guy, opposing views, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that he colored the guys differently to show that they had different ideas or something, and that they used the original symbol again. And he just made a road out of the top part of the Bitcoin lines. That is very creative there. This guy's really good. He's done like 6 pieces about Bitcoin for The Economist, and they're all really good. This guy's just a really great illustrator. I mean, he's really clever. He does constantly good work. Yeah. Okay. And then all the way back to the Reddit thread, and then here we are back in my gallery. I think that's it. I think that's all the.
Well, that was a pretty interesting overview of just all the stuff that came out, or most of the stuff that came out about XT just in this short time. And it's also really interesting that a lot of those
we missed one.
Censored. Okay, let's take a look at that. Is that what is that? Last Supper, or what's the?
This is for that new game, the Spells of Genesis. It was drawn by Yodark for Spells of Genesis, that new trading card game that's going to use the blockchain to keep track of its cards. And this was banned, which doesn't make any sense to me at all, because there's nothing. How could you ban this? This is, oh man.
So, but other pictures are allowed, right?
Apparently, as long as they don't feature Gavin Andresen and a Bitcoin block, you're fine, right? But the fact that so that's Gavin Andresen over here on the right. You can see by his face.
And are the other people that contribute to Bitcoin Core at the table, or who are the people at the table?
That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing these are devs. These are the developers here.
And the guy in armor is a bad dev, or what?
I don't know.
The evil dev.
He's definitely angry, and he's waving his fists around. In case this is somebody had to point this one out to me. You see the water flowing through?
Mm-hmm.
So that's Blockstream.
Ah.
Yeah. And the little blocks over here versus the big block over here. There's little blocks over here, a big block over here on the other side table. Gavin's standing up over the little block, right?
Okay, that's interesting.
And
well, now I see why they banned it.
Well, there's 2 flags on the map also, I think, representing the different sides.
Yeah, those flags kind of look like Chinese or Japanese battlefield flags, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So this is kind of like a Last Supper piece. in
A
a
little bit.
debate kind of way. Yeah, I think you're right. It does have that
Or
feeling to
it
it.
kind of has a Knights of the Round Table feeling a bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. It does actually. Yeah, sure. With Arthur, I guess, would be Gavin over here, and then maybe like Lancelot is one of these guys here. I don't know.
Well, what does this have to do with the game? Are these are small
This is
blocks and big
this is
blocks
supposed to
in
be
the
a
game?
card. This is supposed to be a card in the game,
Ah.
a cover art for a card in the game. I don't know what card it'll feature and how they'll use it. I just really love this piece though. So I just definitely want to show it because that has crazy level like detail in it. You know, like this stained glass in the back is crazy detailed. It's just upsetting that a picture like this was banned. I think because somebody put a lot of work into this and they cared about this and it was banned, and that just upsets me. But that's
Well, what do you think is going to be the
the way it
future for
is.
Reddit? Is Reddit going to stay relevant, or are people just going to stop using it because of the censorship and how polarizing the censorship can be?
You know, I do not think there is a yes or no answer to that. The same way there is no yes or no answer about Bitcoin XC. I think it has to be something that's worked out over time. But the fact that the main moderator of this is a family circus, by the way. Have you seen this one? The Bitcoin's featured in the family circus. This is the most popular cartoon in America. This is featured on every. This cartoon would have shown up in every single copy of American newspapers.
Yeah.
Right here.
I'm trying to figure out which kid is asking if they take Bitcoins.
I think it's the little girl in the pink.
Okay, right.
I'm not sure though. It might be the kid who's climbing up on it. I don't know. Yeah. So I think with one moderator controlling Reddit like he does, and his attitude towards how to cooperate with his users on the R Bitcoin is unfortunately clearly beyond him, because this is I feel like I feel like he's a tyrant. He doesn't accept debate that he doesn't agree with, and that's fine, but you shouldn't censor it. You shouldn't stop people from having that discussion, because I bet XT wouldn't have been such a big deal if he hadn't censored it.
Right. Well, like I said, it polarized the whole thing even more. It just amplified the whole polarization that's going on, I think, with the censorship. So, okay, well, thanks for coming on today, everyone. Check out btcartgallery.com. You can get the latest collection of Bitcoin artwork, memes. Even if they've been censored, they've probably, picked them up and documented them. Also, don't forget to check out Transmission every Sunday evening here on World Crypto Network. Also, the other shows, the Bitcoin Group, This Week in Crypto, and Mad Potcoins. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up this video, share, and comment. Thanks a lot for watching. Talk to you next time.